Welcome, my dear students. So, considering that you have done a nice job till now, and now we will have to go through the actual exercise of us. See, my dear students, whatever are the rule applicable, whatever the rules of addition and subtraction are applicable to the terms, variables, same rule are applicable to the radicals. First and foremost, when you are adding and subtracting the terms, as we know by now, you have become expert in that addition and subtraction is possible only among like terms. First of all, this is the first point, and after that what we have to follow is that how to identify the like terms. The terms having same set of variables are like terms. Fine. Similarly, when it comes to radicals also, addition and subtraction is possible only among right like radicals, as only like terms can add or subtract. Similarly, only like radicals can add or subtract. Okay, so but how do you identify the like radicals? If the number inside the radical is same, then the radicals are like radicals. Okay, like example here, if I tell you, we have done this by now, 2x square y plus 3y square plus 4x square y minus 5y square. So here like radicals, who are the like radicals? X square y are the like radicals, and y square and y square are the like radicals. So addition will be possible only among themselves. These two will add and these two will add. Similarly, if I have got over here, who are the like radicals? Sorry, who are the like radicals? So see, my dear students, actually speaking, 3 root 5 minus 5 root 7 plus 4 root 5. Here if you will see, among this root 5 are like radicals. Root 7, root 5 are not. As I told you, if the number inside the radical, this is called as the radical. This sign is called as a radical. If this number which is sitting inside the radical or the variable sitting inside the radical, if this set, whatever is inside the radical of the two radicals are same, like here 5 and root 5, they are like radicals. So they will be like radicals. So addition and subtraction will be possible among them, not among them and not among them. Same rules of here and here are applicable. Next step also is going to be the same step as we have done over here. See here, 2x square y plus 4x square y plus 3y square minus 5y square. So same set of rules will go. As we know, while addition, though the like radicals are decided by the variables, the actual action of addition or subtraction takes place among the coefficients. So only the coefficients will operate 4 plus 2 6, and the variables will be copied down as they are. Similarly, here y square and y square. Here the operation will take only among 3 and minus 5. 3 minus 5 is minus 2. Variables will be copied down as it is. Same thing will happen over here. Operation will take among 3 root 5 and 4 root 5. So it will become 3 root 5 plus 4 root 5 minus 5 root 7. So here the operation is going to take possible, and then again the same thing. Radicals who actually decide who are going to be the like radicals are not going to operate, are not going to undergo, are not going to have any change. But definitely the coefficients, they are going to operate. So here 3 plus 4 will become 7 and root 5 will be copied down as it is. Okay, my dear students. So if you see, I can have some more examples for your people to understand in a better way. So supposing if I have got, from your textbooks itself, supposing if I have got 3 root 3 plus 5 root 3 will give you what? 8 root 3. Fine. 3 root 3 plus 5 root 3. They are like radicals. So who will operate? The coefficients will operate. Fine. If I go for one more, so I will get 5 root 5 plus 8 root 6 plus 3 root 5 minus 6 root 6, if it is something like this. So who are the like radicals over here now? Guess what? If you feel you are confident enough to solve this, pause the video and solve. If you feel you are confident enough to solve this, pause the video and solve. And then I'll come back and then counter check whether you are doing the same thing. Pause the video and solve it. So I think you must have solved by now. So now you can counter check whether you have done the same thing. What we will have to do is that we will have to bring this 5 root 5, 3 root 5 together. I will get 5 root 5 plus 3 root 5 plus, now this will come together with their signs, of course, 8 root 6 minus 6 root 6. So now the coefficients of this will operate and the coefficients of this will operate. So 5 plus 3, I will get 8, root 5 will be copied as it is. Here plus 8 minus 6, 8 minus 6, 2, sign of the greater number plus 2 root 6. This is going to be our answer. Hopefully you have got the same. If not, then you can check it or check your own answer. Okay, fine. Similarly, do we have some more examples over here? Let me check whether we have or we don't have. So we will do one thing. So this is how the addition and subtraction procedure is going to take place. And similarly, when it goes for multiplication, whatever are the rules of multiplication? See, addition and subtraction of variables is possible only when the like terms come together. Like terms only will add or subtract, but multiplying time, everybody multiplies, except the rule is that coefficient multiplies with the coefficient and variables multiply with the variables. Similarly, while we handle the radicals, when we go to multiply the radicals, everything multiplies. Like radicals, unlike radicals, everything multiplies. Okay, but the only thing is that coefficient will multiply with the coefficient and the radical will multiply with the radical. If supposing I have got 3 root 3 into 5 root 2, they are unlike radicals. This is root 3, this is root 2. Unlike radicals, so what? Their multiplication is possible among unlike radicals also. So what? But only thing is that coefficient will multiply with the coefficient, but before that you should always multiply signs first. Then coefficient will multiply with the coefficient and radical will multiply with the radical. So what I'll get, plus 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 3 into 5 will multiply, I'll get 15, and radical will multiply with the radical sitting inside the radical. Root 3 into root 2 will be root 6. Fine. See, this is very easy. This is quite simple. You don't have to take much of botheration about this. 5 root 10 into 6 root 7 will give you what? 5. Of course, if I take this as minus 6 root 7. The plus minus will be minus. 5 into 6 will give me 30 and root 10 into 7 will give me 70. Fine. Only thing that you have to understand and you have to take care is when like radicals multiply. See, unlike radicals multiply, it's quite simple. You have to just multiply the numbers inside the radical. Multiply the coefficient and multiply the numbers inside the radical and you will get the answer. But what if like radicals multiply? Like supposing if I have got 3 root 7 into minus 3 root 7 into minus 4 root 7. Now this is going to be slightly interesting. See, of course, first I will multiply the signs. Minus minus will give me plus. And of course, the coefficient will multiply with the coefficient root 3 4 is 12. And now what happens? Root 7 multiplied by root 7. See, now this has got how you say into that. See, when the same number multiplies, same radical multiplies, radical goes and only once that some number comes down. Root 7 into root 7 is 7. Fine. Then you will get 12 sevens are 84. This will be your answer. See, now you have to think on this very nicely, how you conceive this. Root 7 into root 7 is equal to 7. Root 7 square is also equal to 7. You must have noticed it when you were doing your construction. Represent root 5 on the number line. At that time, whenever we had like this triangle and you were applying your Pythagoras theorem over here, OAB, you by Pythagoras theorem you will get OA square is equal to OB square plus AB square. This you were supposed to get. So OA square is equal to, now what you got over here, root 2 square plus 1 square. So here I can write this. Now here root 2 square, radical and square both come together, then radical and square both vanish off and you get only 2 plus 1. So you get OA square is equal to 3. See, this is what I want to bring it to your notice or explain you. Both means the same. Supposing if I have got root A square. Root A square means basically I am getting root A into root A and this is going to be A. See, this root A square also will give me this and root A into root A will also be giving me this. These both means the same and this is going to be your answer. Try to understand this, my dear students. This is very, very, very important. Root A square is also, this can be anything. Of course, if supposing if I have got root xy into root xy. So what will happen? Xy, root xy, both are like radicals multiplying with itself. Radical and radical, they vanish. And whatever is inside the radical, that is written only once. This you have to understand. Fine. So now we can do some more examples based on this. So you understand something in a better way. Fine. And of course, for division also it happens in the same way. If supposing I have got 8 root 15 divided by 2 root 3. So it will look like this, 8 root 15 divided by 2 root 3. Here also same thing will happen. Coefficient will divide with the coefficient and radical will divide with the radical. So what I get is, this is 1, 4 root 5. Radical will continue where it is. Fine. Okay, my dear students. Now we can do some examples based on this. I'll try to solve some examples based on this so that afterwards you get some chance to do so. Of course, I'll do one thing. Instead of I going to solve directly, you can take a chance. You can pause the video. Don't directly see the video. I'll definitely be solving anyhow. So you pause the video, do by your own method what do you feel, and then again resume the video, play the video, so you understand it in a better way. So you understand it. Now, by now you must have your own thinking process. See here, if supposing I have got 6 plus root 8 into 3 plus root 6. Supposing I am going to multiply this. See, this we have done before also. Whenever, if supposing there would have been a radical now over here, so you would have multiplied 3 this here and then this you'll have multiplied, right? Same thing you will be going to do over here. 6 will multiply with both. Of course, first multiply the signs. Now, because all the signs are plus over here, the life is very easy. You don't have to bother much. Everywhere plus is there. So, but still you should always visualize everything, imagine everything. That should be your character. So plus plus, so I am going to multiply this. Plus plus plus, 6 into 3, 18. Again plus plus plus. Now 6 will multiply with root 6. But definitely this is a radical and this is without a radical. So this will go and multiply with its coefficient. Coefficient is what? Coefficient is 1. 6 ones are 6 and root 6 will come as it is. Now this root 8 also will go and multiply, but before multiplying that, multiply the signs. Plus plus plus. Now here also same thing will happen. Root 8, so of course there is no radical. Radical root 1 you can consider. 3 will come and multiply with 1 and you will get 3 root 8. Now plus plus plus, and now root 8 will go and multiply with root 6. That will give you root 48. This will be your answer. Like, are you all getting, my dear students? This will be your end answer. There is no like radical, so though no, you don't have to do anything about that. So supposing if I have got root 3 plus 3 multiplied by root 3 minus 3. So what will this look like? Of course, we have an identity based on this, and you can solve with the help of identity if you remember that or if you have that. But still, first understand in both the way. Understand in the process of multiplication of brackets. So what will happen? Root 3 will multiply with that bracket first. This is the first term, root 3. It will go and multiply with that bracket. So it will go and multiply with this. So here you will get plus 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 root 3 into root 3. You can directly write if you can visual. Of course, before going forward, if you have understood this and you have got this, and even if you have got wrong, but if you have understood this, before I proceed to solve this, my dear students, pause this video. Give one attempt from your side. Give one attempt from your side and then resume the video and see whether you are getting the same answer. Fine? 1, 2. I hope now you have finished. So now come back over here. So now you can actually think root 3 into root 3, you know it is 3. But if supposing you are unable to visualize that, train your sight, train your thought and write it down whatever it is. What is going to happen? Root 3 into root 3. You can write it root 3 into root 3. Fine. Then what next? This is going to multiply with the second term, plus minus minus root 3 into 3. So now this 3 will multiply with the coefficient over here. 3 ones are 3 and root 3 will follow. Fine. Now this second term will multiply with that bracket. So what do I get over here? Plus 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 3 will go and multiply with the coefficient over here. 3 root 3. Now next this will go and multiply with the second term. What do I get over here? Plus minus minus 3 into 3 is 9. Now if you pay attention, what do you get? Root 3 into root 3. You could have visualized it over here. Root 3 into root 3 square is basically going to be only 3. Think it in both the ways. You should be able to understand root 3 into root 3 is 3. Root 3 into root 3 is root 3 square, 3. Fine. And now coming back over here, minus 3 root 3 plus 3 root 3. See, they are like terms, full like terms with like coefficients and opposite signs. So this will get cancelled. What stays is minus 9, and this will give you minus 6 is going to be your final answer. Check by on your own if you are getting. Don't worry about the wrongs. Attempt and then check. Attempt and then check. I am trying to give you full explanation of each and everything that is going on, so you can do it in any way that you feel. See, my dear students, this same question, solving it in this fashion also you should know. And otherwise, if you remember, we had an identity a square minus b square is going to be equal to what? A plus b. If you remember, same, a square minus b square, both are under the square and there is a minus sign in between. Only when there is a minus sign in between, I can split them into a plus b into a minus b. If you remember this identity we have done in 8th standard. If there is a square, anything square, x square minus y square, both are under the squares, both should be under the squares, and minus is there in between them. Only when there is a minus sign among between them, then I can write this as x plus y in one bracket multiplied by x minus y in another bracket. Sorry, to bring it to your notice again, supposing if I have got 16a square minus 36b square. Now can I apply the same identity? No, I cannot apply. Why? Because see here, a is under a square, b is under a square, but 16 is not under a square, neither is 36 under a square. So I can't apply this identity over here. So what I have to do is, I have to convert them under a square. 16 is a square of which number? 4. 4a the whole square minus 36 a square of 6b the whole square. Now I can apply the identity because this is also under a square and this is also under a square and there is a minus sign in between. So what I will get is first term 4a plus 6b, whatever is under the square first term plus whatever is under the square second term in one bracket, bracket open, this is multiplying whatever is under the square in first term minus whatever is under the square in the second term, and this will be my final answer. You can solve it in this way or you can go back. You can do it in any way. Actually, this is the identity. Sometimes what happens is that when you have got um, you can go it in a reverse fashion. Supposing if I have got 3x plus 2 into 3x minus 2. See, both the terms are same. 3x, 3x, 2, 2, and they have got reverse sign. So you are basically over here. So if you are here, you can write this. If you are here, you can write this. Are you getting? If I am here x square minus y square, I can write x plus y into x minus y. If I am here x plus y into x minus y, I can write x square minus y square. If I am over here 4a plus 6b, 4a minus 6b means what? 4a, 4a are same, 6b, 6b are same, and they have a reverse sign in between, multiplying brackets. Then instead of that, I can write this square of first term, the whole square, minus sign, 6b square of second term. This also I can write. I can go back. So this will become 16a square minus 36 b square. See, I am coming back over here. Fine. So similarly, if here I have got 3x plus 2, 3x minus 2. So if I go to solve this, the rule is what? First term same, second term same, and they have a reverse sign in between them. Then I can straight write 3x the whole square. Brackets need to be written. Write each and everything that I am writing. Please don't ignore anything that I am doing. Don't ignore anything. If I am writing a bracket whole square, then it has a meaning. The bracket has a meaning. So here, first term, the whole square, whatever is the first term, square of that, and this is going to be minus always. Second term, square. So now this square will be applicable to both. So this square will be applicable to this. It will become 9x square minus 4. Fine. Same if this question, it would have been like this. Root 3 plus 3 into root 3 minus 3. So instead of multiplying the whole bracket to bracket, the procedure of bracket to bracket, if I would have seen that it is basically what? Root 3 both are same. The first term of both the brackets are same. Second term of both the brackets are same. And they have got a reverse sign. Then I can say it is going to be first term square minus always second term square. So what will I get over here? Root 3 square is going to be 3 because I told you when the radical and square come together, then radical and square both get vanished and 3 is copied down. Minus 3 square is going to be 9. 3 square means 3 into 3 and 3 minus 9 is going to be minus 6. See this same answer. But this is quicker way of doing and better way of doing. See my dear students, you have to understand these identities. See, whenever there is first term, whatever is the first term, a plus b into a minus b. If there is a both first terms and second terms match, they are equal, but the signs between them are opposite signs, then this will be giving an identity a square minus b square. There is a big difference between this, because if supposing it is given a plus b into a plus b, both first terms are equal, both second terms are equal, and the signs between them also are equal, then this is going to be a plus b the whole square. Same like 3 into 3 is 3 square, 7 into 7 is 7 square, root 5 into root 5 is root 5 square. Na? Barabar na? A into a is a square, 5 into 5 is 5 square, root 7 into root 7 is root 7 square. Similarly, a plus b bracket a plus b into bracket a plus b is equal to bracket a plus b the whole square. And the expansion of this is a square plus b square plus 2ab. You can also write a square plus 2ab plus b square. With whatever you are comfortable, both are going to be in the same. So this is what. Similarly, if supposing instead of plus and plus, there would have been a minus b into a minus b. So this would become, by these same rules, it will become a minus b the whole square. And the expansion of this would be a square minus 2ab plus b square. Okay, why I am telling you these things is that because the same rules will be applicable over here. See, if supposing I have got root sorry, there was an alarm ringing and I had to go to off it, and then here I got pulled. Root, if supposing I have got root 10 plus root 7 the whole square. Pay attention my dear students. Root 10 plus root 7 the whole square. So this basically is what? Since a plus b the whole square identity will come over here. A plus b the whole square. This is what? A square plus 2ab, right? A square, the square of the first term, plus 2 will come from outside. First term into second term plus b square. This is always going to be plus b square irrespective of this sign. So this, by that rule, what I will get? Therefore, we get, what do we get? A square. This is going to follow this identity. This is going to follow this identity. A square. A is what? Your first term square. That is going to be root 10 square. This sign will be coming over here. 2 will come from outside into root 10 into root 7 plus, this is always going to be plus, second term square. Fine. And now you will follow, because radical and square come together, this will be 10 plus, now radicals will multiply with radicals, 2 into root 10 into 7 will be root 70 plus root 7 square will be 7. Now 10 plus 7, because they are like terms, means constant, 10 plus 7 will give me 17 plus 2 root 70. Understood, my dear students? So this you have to understand how to solve these all. You have to do many questions based on this, and because only after that you will be prepared. See here, same thing. See, you have to understand. Supposing if I have been given, now I am doing the same thing. Purposely I will be doing the same question, but not same question, same figures given in different question format. Supposing if it is given root, what do I take? 8 minus root 6 into root 8 plus root 6. See, now these very figures I will take. This is one type of question. Now supposing I will write all the questions together. Second, if I have root 8 plus root 6 into root 8 plus root 6. Third, I write root 8 minus root 6 into root 8 minus root 6. See, can you understand the difference between the questions? The questions are basically having same values, but they have got different signs between them, and because they have different signs between them, the identity that you are going to use will keep on changing. If I consider the first question, what it is telling me is root 8 minus root 6 bracket, another bracket, root 8 plus root 6. Fine. So what will give me this basically is which identity? First term same, second term same, and signs in between are different. So this will give me a plus b into a minus b is going to be equal to what? A square minus b square. Square on the head of the first term minus square on the head of the second term. So this I will get. Therefore, we get, what do we get? Square of the first term root 8 square minus square of the second term root 6 square. Now what will happen? This root and root will get out. So you will get 8 minus 6, and 8 minus 6 is 2. This is going to be your final answer. Fine. And the same question, if I would have solved it like this, if the question would have been root 8 plus root 6 into, both are going to be root